Hello, and welcome back to another episode of aNERDspective, where I, Tony from aNERD Gallery, sit down with friends all over the world to talk and learn new perspectives around Indonesian textile art. And today, we'll be talking to Nadira Suarga and Arintha Vysistha, the co-founders of AKSU, an Indonesian fashion brand who incorporates Indonesian textiles in a very fresh and new way. And without further ado, this is Nadira's and Arintha's aNERDspectives. Enjoy. Yes. Welcome, Arintha and Nadira, to today's episode of aNERDspective. How are you guys doing?
We're doing good.
Good, yeah.
Where are you guys located right now?
I'm in Jakarta. I'm Arintha. I'm in Jakarta.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm Nadira, and I'm currently in Bali.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So, so I was looking through AKSU's Instagrams and websites, and we are very interested in how you guys incorporate traditional textile concept and incorporate that into your design. Not necessarily that you guys are using the textile itself, but the principles behind it. So that was something that's very interesting for us that I would like to find out more.
Okay.
And probably before we start, we can start with a little introduction about you guys and how you guys meet and how the journey of AKSU started.
Okay, so my name is Arintha and Nadira is my partner. So we are actually university classmates. We met in university. We both go to BINUS Northumbria School of Design in Senayan, Jakarta. So AKSU actually started as our university project. We both go as fashion management major in BINUS. And AKSU started when we joined one of the school's program that each batch we get the opportunity to join Jakarta Fashion Week. So AKSU was first debuted there, Jakarta Fashion Week 2017. And from that, we felt we saw very good reviews from our friends, from our family, and how we have similar tastes in fashion and art. So when we get together and made this brand AKSU, I think it really just clicked, and our vision to make this brand into something very more real and more serious, we decided to pursue it as a business when we graduated on last 2018. Yeah. So
2018. All right.
Actually, our first collection was when we debuted in Jakarta Fashion Week, which was we're actually still students there. So I'm a bit forgot that actually if our collection was released during our we're still in school, right?
Uni, yeah.
And still uni. But then we got busy with thesis and stuff. So when we really got into the business aspect is when we graduated BINUS. So that's a bit about the
background.
How we met. AKSU.
Nice. So that was the brand as a business started in about 2018.
Yeah, around that.
Mm-hmm. And then, maybe first, what does AKSU means?
AKSU, it stands for Akar Suara. Akar it's in English means roots, which it really translate how AKSU really dies and really influence from roots of Indonesian culture, Indonesian heritage, not only culture but also nature, arts, and all those things that we're inspired by, and suara, which means voice. So what we make and the pieces or what we do as a project like collaboration and stuff, we always aim that it can be like a voice of self-expression. So akar suara, it means that as a name. Yeah.
Interesting. So it's all about self-identity, like expressing that.
Yeah. We actually have this 3 values. Yeah. Expression in art, curiosity in nature, and pleasure in music. So these 3 key points is what we always aim that how we implement all of our like inspiration in every collection, or as a brand we always stay true to these 3 key points, which is basically tells about art, expression in art. Art can be in terms of culture, in terms of like tribal culture of Indonesian art, emerging artists, local artists, and nature, which means like in terms of Indonesia as a country, it's very diverse, very big, and very rich in nature. And music, which means like, yeah, we're also really inspired by music. And despite being it as a identity of AKSU, we also, these 3 values and 3 points is what describes our market. Like the AKSU market is basically they are expressive, expression in art, and they're curious. They have high curiosity, and also at the same time they like to be laid back. They pleasure in music means like they're laid back, and they are
they like to explore music and enjoy like the music scene and everything.
Are you guys like those people as well, or like?
Pretty much.
Basically, so we could like we could know what our market wants or needs.
But in a more practical point of view, how does those 3 values translates to your design? If you can give like some examples.
Maybe for example, in terms of our pieces, or like
or how you approach design.
Okay, on how we approach design, basically in terms of inspiration. For example, let's say our latest collection, Bali Aga. In terms of art, we look at the textiles, look at the colors of this tribe, or like, and nature, which means like we see not only in terms of their culture but the environment as well, and we implement the designs. And music, sometimes we make this like sometimes like contents on Instagram or our media platform. We really like to incorporate music in all of our for example, or on our last event, we invite musical performances.
Traditional gamelan and contemporary dance performance, for example. And like for the collection itself, we also incorporate the designs from like stories of the Bali Aga tribe. So we don't only include the design wise from their from their arts and like from their traditional cloth making, but we also research ourselves to the tribe, and we have like interviews and everything. So we also learn about their behaviors and their traditions, and then from that, from the stories and the history of the tribe itself, we incorporate it to the design, and we make it like more contemporary. So it's actually a long process, but we always enjoyed it because we love history and Indonesian culture. So
that sounds a very interesting process. If you can, probably we can use the Bali Aga example on the creative process. So you mentioned that you did a little bit of research, and then how do you process it into making it into a fashion design?
Actually, we have like the more I think our collection from our research from Mentawai tribe and Bali Aga is the most challenging for us because for the Mentawai collection I went to the tribe itself. I spent like 4 days. So I stayed with the tribe for 4 days and I take notes on their behaviors, their habits, and everything. And then, for example, in Mentawai, they have this famous tattoo technique, which is like, yeah, it's called PT in Mentawai, and it's very famous. But it's also like their culture is endangered because of forestry, like illegal logging and everything. So from that, we take notes, and then usually we include like patterns of the tattoo and the tattoo's meanings and everything. Like we incorporate it into uh, the design of the clothes. And for Bali Aga, we did the research for how long, Rin?
We actually visited twice.
Yeah, twice.
Once, and then second time I joined her. So for her it's twice. For me just once. And we didn't really get to like stay for very long, like a few days or such. We just visited for one day.
Yeah.
And yeah, as for Bali Aga, we really uplifts more in terms of their philosophy, because we found from our research that the Bali Aga have this philosophy about balance, which is really interesting and really relatable to how the condition right now in the world.
Yeah, like pandemic
the pandemic and stuff. It's really um like a life lesson, I think, like about balance, how we have to be more equal between all living things, between human and nature. And so yeah, instead of only looking at the aesthetic, maybe like the textiles or like the costumes or the traditional clothing, but we always aim to see deeper and have stories that such as like this philosophy about balance, and we implement into like the shapes. So the shapes of our clothing, like the silhouettes, we have this like symmetrical proportion that translate about balance. So for example, like the right and the left bodies is symmetrical and such.
Yeah.
So yeah, we don't always apply like textiles. So maybe if you can see in our collection, sometimes it's all like just regular fabrics like we found. But for Baliaga, we use this fabric from Bali, the natural dye, right?
Yeah.
Like Nadira is wearing, I think. Is it from Anata?
Yeah, not this. But this is also natural.
Yeah, we what we use for Bali Aga, we have this fabric that we bought in Bali, a natural dye company.
Yeah,
from Tarum.
CV Tarum, yeah.
Bali. So yeah, we haven't really implement like the traditional textiles, but instead we use their philosophy to the silhouettes.
Yeah.
But also in a more literal implementation, we also still use the silhouettes of like kabaya, the traditional kabaya, and how we use corsets and stuff. Yeah. So we try to mix it up.
So we still have like a story for people to enjoy and to know more about the history of the tribes that were helped to uplift, and also the aesthetic side, which is our design, and what Arinthas just said. Yeah,
because we want people to see the story not only like from the clothes,
exactly,
but also what what our research has exposed us to. So yeah, we want them to actually. That's why we have this our website. We always describe all of the inspiration, and yeah, basically we want people to also know the story, not only like from the clothes.
Yeah. How long does the whole process take from the research to launching?
Usually one collection, like 6 months, maybe. Yeah,
Yeah.
around
Okay.
6 months.
Oh, I would say that's like pretty fast, no?
Uh,
Yeah.
more or less, yeah,
Actually, yeah. Yeah.
maybe 1 6 or more.
Because we also have to keep up with our launching
Yeah,
plans. Yeah,
schedule.
the schedule
Yeah.
of our launching
Sometimes
collection.
we don't
Yeah.
know when. We're not sure what which specific date when we start. So sometimes kita kayak cicil. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like yeah,
Accumulate. Yeah.
yeah. We keep like maybe like from now we thought about like our future collection would be, but we start like still in the next few months. So
Yeah.
it's a process.
Understand. So you mentioned about art, nature, and music, and gathering together all your inspiration. So I can see that art and nature. How does the music comes in?
The music comes in well, it's a bit tricky, yeah, about the music, but we always incorporate like when we research to, for example, indigenous tribes like Baliaga or Mandawai and everything, we always include to our marketing, like for example, the
Content.
videos,
Yeah,
yeah, contents and everything. Like we include the traditional music that they have to our content, and so people also can know that, oh, there's this like traditional music that we haven't even know, or yeah, and it's like in Indonesia, and even like people in Indonesia, they don't really know what is Mentawai, like do they have such tribes, like are they surviving and everything, and um it's really pretty sad that foreigners are more they know more about this tribe, uh, like they know more about this tribe, okay, instead of us like Indonesians. Is kind of sad. So yeah, that's our mission as well, to uplift
yeah.
the all
We also have this AKSU tunes, right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So we have like this marketing contents or like features for our Instagram. One of them is AKSU tunes,
yeah,
and we gather like playlists, um,
and mixtapes.
yeah, mixtapes, and basically it's to also um, increase the awareness of this local artist, local
Musician.
musicians, and also yeah, basically we make this AKSU tunes, and sometimes we post it on our feed.
And
Uh,
on
yeah, on
Mixcloud.
Spotify or Mixcloud. So yeah, that's part of our like maybe marketing or like just Instagram contents, and to really yeah, strengthen our identity as a brand. And also yeah, on top of that we also have this AKSU feature. AKSU feature is the another Instagram contents that we features interesting articles that revolves around expression in art, curiosity in nature, and pleasure in music. So sometimes we expose these features and articles that it's about music of Indonesian musicians and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like it that you give it a new dimension in how people experience fashion. So it's not just about textile silhouette,
Yeah.
but also that pleasure in listening to music,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's actually our like ideal
Main goal.
our
Yeah.
ideal and future goal is that AKSU doesn't want to be only like a fashion brand, but also like a creative platform.
Yeah.
So in the future, so that's why sometimes our marketing contents doesn't necessarily like picture like a fashion or clothing, but also like news and just anything that revolves around our key values.
Yeah. And how does the two of you work together? Because both of you design the collection, right? Like work together. So who is in charge of what and what's the
Okay.
synergy like?
So basically, we do everything together. Like we help each other because it's just the two of us and we're still surviving. So Arinta is usually more to the sketching and designs, but I'm also in charge of the designs and developing the design. So first of all, like Arinta always start with the sketches and then we develop it together, and then I'm more to the marketing side and like marketing side, social medias, and yeah.
Sometimes for sketching we'll both do it together, like we then combine our sketches and we decide together, or we develop together, and then usually I do the production stuff and Nadira will handle the marketing. So
yeah, and for like the field research, sometimes I went to the place by myself, or like vice versa, like Arinta goes to the place, and then or if we have a chance to do it together, we do it together. Yeah. So yeah, always DIY.
And, okay, spill the tea. How often do you guys quarrel?
not really that often.
Not really.
Yeah. I think
we're compatible.
Thank you. I think. I think we're both lucky that I think a really good synergy together.
Yeah, that's really, really very lucky, right? And who would be your target audience if?
Again, our target audience, basically those people like they're maybe like more younger market, more young adult market that are expressive, that are high in curiosity, adventurous. Yeah.
Yep. How does their response so far to your collections?
I think they really proves that our market fits to. I mean, like people that buy our clothes. I think we see that the market that we are picturing AKSU. Yeah. So basically, our market really, it's really tested on. It's really proven. Like the people that have been buying our clothes, we see they have these traits that we described. Like they have a very unique personality. I mean, like a unique sense of fashion, I think, and they love music. These people are what who are keep buying our stuff and who are interested in our contents.
With different stories and collaborating with different artists, like musicians and stuff. How are the response like so far for you guys?
Our market, it has been a very positive response. Thankfully, and we try to always the market reviews are very important to us, and thankfully so far they really admired how we have a strong identity, that we can maintain a consistent identity to our brand, and we always keep having new and diverse inspiration, like not only culture, but for example, on our last collaboration that we did with Sumbu, a sustainable brand. We made this bucket hat collection that we help Orang Utan organization, survival organization. So people see AKSU as a very like a wide social, can be a social platform actually as well, not only like culture and art, but it can influence people to also care about the environment, care about animals, and and staying true to our roots that we always want to uplift Indonesia as a whole, like their culture, arts, and nature.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And how does when you are doing such collaborations, what do you look for in a collaborator?
Actually, we look for the same values. Like if we collaborate with a brand or a company or like organization, we expect that we have the same values and also like their enthusiasm in working to help lift Indonesia's rich culture, traditions, nature, art, and so on. Because we're not limiting what we're gonna create together, and also like a mutual support towards growing into a more sustainable brand. Yeah, and also like they usually we expect like from collaborations those main three key points that AKSU have, which is to lift our values in arts, culture, and nature, also in music that are based in Indonesia. And we also hope to have collaborations with brands, companies, or organizations that have the same values as we do. Yeah, so.
Yeah, and one of the you mentioned in one of the collaterals that I saw that the latest, the Bali Aga collection, was it? The one that was featured in the Paris Fashion Week for spring summer 2021.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about that?
We're very thrilled, but because of this pandemic, we were supposed to go to Paris for the Paris Fashion Week, the last one, but they postponed it to this year. So hopefully we could go to Paris this year for the real live fashion week. But instead, the last virtual pre-recorded fashion week fashion show is so we ship our collection to Paris, and then they pre-recorded in the venue, and we're very happy to have that experience, and hopefully we can go to Paris this year.
Yes, definitely. So, I guess it will be coming with a new collection though, right? If you're going over,
we're gonna make a new collection.
Yeah, a new collection, but we're gonna still use the Bali Aga concept and story, but like a more avant-garde,
more premium version.
Yeah,
I see.
More premium. So actually, AKSU also has a premium and a casual collection that we made. So there's this AKSU casual and AKSU premium. So the casual is more to the basic basic collection, basic cuts. So for the premium is like we targeted different target market as well. Like it's more for the 30s to 40s, right?
Like the price, in terms of price range, maybe more. The casual is more on the more affordable. Maybe as for the premium, we want to make like pieces that are more intricate. We have more handmade details. So in terms of pricing, it's more higher. So yeah, every year we chose one theme, one culture, and for that one culture we made two collections, main collections. But in between we do like mini capsule collections and collaborations.
Yeah.
Alright. And then you guys do only the two of you who does the production, or do you work with
We have third
seamstress?
party.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Couple. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. It seems that you guys have a good responses in terms of your collections. If you could share with me some of the challenges that you have while running AKSU.
Like challenges maybe in terms of sometimes interpreting the stories and like culture of Indonesia. It's a challenge for us. Because we really want to dive into not only again the aesthetic and the textiles, but we always aim to want to dive into their stories and philosophies, and sometimes it's more intangible. So it's like to translate it into something that is tangible and like more as a shape. It's a challenge, but we always seek to like research more, and how we overcome it is just basically we have to research a lot, and we have to really be have a really high imagination and creativity and imagination.
Well, aside from that, we also have like challenges in scheduling our the launching of, because we still have to
stuff, maybe
and we still have to develop our collection more, like in terms of variety of the products. We wanted to have more varieties in products so people could see our collection more and not just the old repeated collections. So that's our challenge.
In terms of operational, maybe because our team is still small. So that's a very high challenge that we have to do it all just us, and we really need extra help. That's why collaborations, I think it's also another good way that we can have like more people involved instead of like just us.
Also, like it's beneficial towards our awareness of the brand itself. So
yes, definitely I understand in terms of like productions and getting people to scheduling. How big is the volume of your collection?
not big.
Not that big. For one main collection, usually like 12 designs.
Okay.
12 designs every main collection. And for
those are like both the casual and the premium collection?
Casual 12 designs, premium maybe also 12 or 10 designs.
Oh, I think that's a lot. Okay, anyway.
But we
stock is not that much.
Yeah, the stock is not much.
Not that much.
I see. Okay, so probably a few pieces for each design.
It seems a lot because we always try to make two like unisex. Three unisex, women and men. So actually, in terms of like just women, it's not much. Maybe just only 2 designs or 3 designs, and men only also 2 or 3 designs, and unisex 1 design. So
because we wanna prove also that we're not a fast fashion kind of brand. So we want people to feel more special by wearing and buying our collection, which is why we aim to produce it limited pieces.
And Yeah, definitely. I would. Well, from under gallery because we are almost into researching stuff. So I guess that's we are possibly collaborating together in terms of like researching culture that we can
Okay.
possibly do. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that would be very interesting because I'm myself is a Balinese, but I'm not.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
well, I have not delved into Bali Aga culture a lot.
Yeah, Bali. Not everyone know about Bali Aga specifically. It's like
Mhm.
Yeah.
it's like their oldest tribe in Bali, so that's
Mhm.
why we chose that.
Yeah.
We don't only want to uplift Bali as a whole, but we want to make it specific.
Mhm.
But I saw that your in your wall. Yeah, it's a kind Bali Aga.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
tenun
the
gringsing. Yeah.
Tanung Ginseng, yeah. Yeah.
Also, you went there to stay as well, is it? Or you just
No, we
do
didn't
a day
stay.
trips?
Day trip.
Day trips.
Nadir, are you currently based in Bali? Are you originally from there?
No,
Oh,
I'm Japanese and
I
Sudanese,
see.
but I go back and forth because we're actually having this exhibition.
Mm.
AKSU is having a collaboration exhibition in Bali right now.
Yep. Mhm.
Yeah, in Tilaf. So there's this new place
Mhm.
called Tilaf, and actually the exhibition is gonna end in 24th of April. So I'm gonna be here for yeah for like controlling the exhibition and greeting people. And Arintha is in Jakarta because she has to do the productions for AKSU. So we yeah.
Yeah. I am also very interested in, you mentioned your latest project at TILAF. Can you share a little bit more about what's happening there?
Okay. uh, yeah, so we're actually AKSU is a guest curator of this art online art gallery called Cakrawala.
Mm.
Yes, and they invited us as a guest curator for the event. So we have the art exhibition in Tilov, and it's been going from since
3rd April.
3rd April to 24th. And yeah, the closing event is on 17. And so the exhibition is that we invited six artists from Jakarta, Bandung, Bali, Jogja,
Yeah.
and yeah,
That's all.
yeah, that's all. And so we have visual artists and photo. There's one photographer from Jakarta. So we sell the artworks in Tilov, and it's still available right now for gallery viewing. And yeah, it's been great as the experience for AKSU and Chakravala because we get to explore and curate the event together. And we haven't actually AKSU haven't experienced making an art exhibition, and so it's really interesting for us to meet new people in the opening event and everything. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's like it's a new experience for us, and again, it's another value from AKSU expression in art. So
art,
it's
yeah.
like a good stepping stone for AKSU to start more and focusing more on like art, like visual art, and um increasing the awareness of emerging artists and
Yeah.
yeah.
And
So
actually, we're gonna. Okay, sorry.
nggak apa-apa.
Actually, we're gonna invite the Bali Aga tribe to Tilaf
Yep.
for the closing event on 17th. Yeah, they're gonna demonstrate their weaving technique, and also they're gonna bring someone to practice making lontar. Yeah.
Yeah.
So people that are going to come to Tilak, they're gonna see the process and they're gonna tell stories about the lontar and the kain menenun dan gering, yeah, kain geringsing. And for us, it's gonna be a cultural experience for the audience as well. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Basically, it's also a cultural experience, as Nadia said. The title of this collaboration is called Faitasa as a concept. Faitasa meaning to adapt, adapting. So the
Yeah.
whole concept is also influenced about the condition of the past year, like the pandemic, and um, at what as a concept we tell the artists that we are curating to make pieces that narrates how they cope with the situation. So this artworks basically has inspiration based on that, and as AKSU as a guest curator, we also want to still incorporate the Bali Aga culture. That's why again Nadira said we have this part of our closing and activation from the tribe to visit Tilost as a closing, and we implement again their philosophy in balance and how it connects to about finding like peace in this harrowing times and the past year. So yeah, as a concept, Faitasa revolves around that our collaboration.
How does the collaboration happens in the first place? I think because it seems that it's a very random that like a fashion brand work with a curator to come up with an art
Yeah.
event, which I find it
So
very interesting.
okay, so first of all, Chakravala is owned by actually our friends also, and they saw our previous exhibition. It's called Pinamu in Jakarta, and we also have this it's kind of a little exhibition that showcases our premium collection, which is inspired by the solo culture. And from there, Chakravala team saw that AKSU can curate and decorate and like curate the
Like
event, the
experience.
exhibition, and the experience of culture. So they're interested in collaborating with us and making AKSU as their guest curator. So yeah.
Yeah, I think they also like recognize how we have this value as a brand that
Yeah,
want to
uplift.
uplift emerging artists. So I think it connects with them, and yeah, just to combine our market and broaden our exposure to different
Yeah,
markets. Yeah, I
yeah.
think we want to also um, be exposed to our market, and AKSU want to be exposed to their market as well, which we are really hoping that it it works. It work.
Mutually.
Yeah, mutual.
Yeah,
Mutual.
definitely. And how is the you mentioned it's kind of like a new territory-ish for you guys. So what
Yeah.
have you guys take away from the experience?
It's been very it's been very interesting. We got a lot of new experiences and lesson that we get in like curating art and like pricing for artworks, and meeting new people. I think when we held the opening event, we are very exposed to very different market,
Market.
in terms of like people who are really interested in like artworks and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think that we have somehow this mutual again. Their market, I think it fits to our market. So yeah, maybe you want to add more.
That's about all, I
Yeah,
guess.
I think yeah.
Yeah.
As an
Were
experience,
you in Bali, Arintha, during the
oh,
opening?
oh yeah, I was in Bali for 2 weeks for the 1 week before the event and 1 week after the event, after the opening. Yeah. And yeah, as a collaboration, I think as AKSU, we want to pursue it in the future as well, right? As
Mhm.
we want to, as an independent brand, we also in the future want to like sell artwork as well, like as a
Yeah.
way, as a method for us to help these emerging artists. So it's a very good, it's very, yeah, it's very good lesson for us to dive in
Mm-mm.
with them, with which they have more experience than us, so we can learn a lot as well.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to what you guys have, because I think it works similarly with an art gallery as well. We want to promote Indonesian
Mhm.
textile art,
Yeah.
and it's not about, I mean, culture and heritage, but also like to give a more humanized stories, like the people behind them, the makers, and how it is being used in contemporary art settings. So not just seeing textile as a batik or a tenun, but
Yeah.
how artists actually responds to that. Yeah, which has been a very interesting journey as well. I would see a potential collaboration sometime in the future.
Sure.
Okay, sure.
And yeah, finally, before we close off our conversation, what's the upcoming projects that we can expect from AKSU in the near future?
Upcoming projects. Oh, we
Yeah.
have we have this collection for Paris Fashion Week for this year, and we also have a collaboration with the sound and visual arts label, which
So
is
again, yeah, maybe that's our pleasure in music value.
yeah, that's in pleasure in music.
In the future, that's why we can't really say a lot.
Yeah,
now.
about
About
who
the
it is.
about
Yeah.
collaborator, but yeah, that's what we're working on.
So
And
we're gonna surprise you guys.
Yeah, we'll be looking forward to it.
Okay.
And any, are you researching on any new culture for, I don't know, the next few
For
months?
I
not
think
yet, yeah.
not yet. Yeah.
Yeah, but still, I think it's still we're still working
Bali.
on the Bali first because we there's a postpone a delay on the Paris Fashion Week, so our timeline had to adjust to that postpone like the and also the pandemic and stuff. So maybe we're beginning to research new culture maybe and in the end of the year, which will
Yeah.
be maybe for the next year, for the next
Yeah.
year collection. Still a long way.
So it's kind of still exploring that Bali Aga for this year at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, for this year at least. Yeah, maybe for this the next few months we'll make like just collaborations or mini collections, which doesn't really have to be limited to Bali Aga. That's like, for example, the bucket hat collection. It's entirely not inspired
Related.
from Bali Aga.
Yeah.
It's not related because it's a separate collection. It's like our capsule collection. Was inspired by Orang Utan. Yeah, capsule collection is like just a mini collections that we want AKSU to also not limited to be not limited into like systems of
I see.
annual
see.
collections, so we can explore more with like collaborating with different brands, different public figures like artists and everything.
Yeah.
Maybe what we'll be doing in the next few months will be something like that as well.
I see. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, and final questions. Do you have like what would be like your closing statement to the fans out there to sum up to this discussion?
Well, as AKSU stands for what do you call it, Rune? Like self-expression. We want everyone to know that stay true to yourself and stay true to your roots wherever you are, and yeah, express it, embrace it, and don't stop to create something, be creative, especially in this pandemic situation. You get all like overthinking and stuff. I don't know. So just be productive every second, every time, and make yourself happy. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all.
Do what you love, do what you enjoy. Yeah, I think it's important that you work on something that you really enjoy doing, so it's not like work, it's not like a burden, I think.
Yeah,
And it really helps to make your brand consistent and make
yeah,
your brand have a strong identity. Is that we have to be
true.
consistent, have to maintain yeah,
And yeah, most of all, like,
value.
yeah, and most of all, like, if you have a brand, just be patient because everything, yeah, slowly but sure. Like, enjoy the process, you know. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for dropping by today. I learned a lot, and I am really looking forward to what you guys coming up next, because it is very promising, and I really love like talking to younger designers, well, relatively younger than me, with all their fresh ideas and the excitement to promote Indonesian textile arts. Thank you again.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you so much for watching or listening to today's episode of aNERDspectives. I hope you got infected by the youthful excitement over Indonesian textile arts as well. And if you like this interview, do check out our chat with previous guests over on our IGTV or on our website. And do follow us on our social media at aNERDgallery on Instagram and Facebook to find out more about our latest events and happenings. And until next time, stay safe and take care.